This is the Life by Design with Angela Weiss podcast, episode 45, Move Your Body, Heal Your Mind, Exercise, Nature, and Mental Wellbeing. Welcome back. I'm Angela Weiss, nurse practitioner, author, and we are talking about something that sounds simple, but can honestly be life-changing. Move your body, heal your mind. Not move your body because you hate it. Not move your body because you need to punish yourself. Not move your body because you ate the bread or missed the workout or gained the weight or feel behind. Move your body because your mind, your nervous system, your emotions, your hormones, your sleep, and your future self are all impacted by the way that you care for the body that you live in today. And that's why I called it that. Move your body, heal your mind. Exercise, nature, and mental well-being. We're going to talk about exercise and depression, anxiety, nervous system regulation, sunlight, vitamin D, walking, nature, and why movement does not have to be intense to count. And before we go further, let me say this clearly. This episode is for education and encouragement. It's not a replacement for medical care, therapy, medication, or a personalized treatment plan. If you're struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma symptoms, or suicidal thoughts, medical symptoms, or you just know something feels off, please reach out to your primary care provider, a therapist, or call 988 or 911 if you're in crisis. But today I want to give you hope that small, consistent movement can become part of your healing journey. And it doesn't fix everything, but it does support your whole body, your mind, your spirit, your nervous system, your mood, your sleep, your energy, your confidence, and your hope. We often think of exercise as something we do for weight loss, muscle tone, heart health, or appearance. And yeah, movement can support all of that, but it also impacts your mental well-being. Regular physical activity has been associated with reduced risk of depression and anxiety, better sleep, and improved thinking and judgment. Even a single session of moderate to vigorous activity may reduce short-term feelings of anxiety in adults. And that matters because sometimes anxiety makes us feel trapped inside our own body. Depression makes everything feel heavy, and stress makes our thoughts race. Grief can make our limbs feel like they weigh 1,000 pounds. Trauma can make our body feel unsafe. And movement can help gently send a message back to the brain. Hey, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still participating in my life. Exercise doesn't have to be extreme to matter. You don't have to run a marathon or lift heavy. You don't have to be in the gym for 2 hours a day. You don't have to look like someone on Instagram. Walking, stretching, gardening, dancing in your kitchen, light weights, chair exercises or yoga, swimming, hiking, gentle movement after a hard day, all of it counts. The Mayo Clinic notes that regular walking, not just formal exercise programs, may help improve your mood. That's important because people hear the word exercise and immediately shut down. They think, oh, I can't do that. I don't even like that. But maybe you can walk to the mailbox instead of drive. Maybe you can stretch for 5 minutes. Maybe you can take the stairs instead of the elevator. Maybe you can park further away in the parking lot. Maybe you can walk around the block. Maybe you can put on one song and move until the song ends. That counts. And movement is not punishment. Somewhere along the way, a lot of us learned that. I ate too much, so I need to work it off. I gained weight, so I deserve a harder workout. I missed yesterday, so today I have to make up for it. I hate how I look, so I need to fix myself. But I want us to reframe that. Movement isn't punishment. It's not how you punish yourself, you punish your body. It's how you care for your body. It's stewardship. It's emotional regulation. Movement's a way of telling your body, I'm not abandoning you anymore. For so many people, especially women, movement has been tied to shame. We don't move because we feel good. We move because we feel guilty. And guilt is not a good long-term motivator. Love is better. Hope is better. Peace is better. A vision for your future is better. What if movement became less about shrinking your body and more about expanding your life? More energy, more strength, more confidence, more stability, more mobility, more emotional resilience, more ability to carry the groceries, play with the grandkids, travel, hike, dance, work, serve, live. That's a so much better reason to live. So much better. Now let's talk about the nervous system. When we are under chronic stress or grief, anxiety, trauma, burnout, or emotional overload, the nervous system can get stuck in survival mode. Fight, flight, freeze, shut down. You may feel wired but tired, exhausted but restless, emotionally reactive, foggy, numb, overstimulated, or unable to settle. Movement can help discharge some of that stress energy that gets trapped in the body. A brisk walk can help burn off adrenaline, and strength training can help you feel grounded and powerful. Stretching can help signal safety. Slow walking outside can calm your nervous system, and breathing while moving helps reconnect your body and mind. This doesn't mean movement cures trauma. It does mean movement can support the regulation. And sometimes your brain can't think its way into calm. Sometimes your body has to experience calm first. So that might look like, I'm going to walk for 10 minutes before I respond to that text. I'm going to stretch before bed instead of scrolling. I'm going to take my coffee outside and let the morning light hit my face. I'm going to go to the gym, not because I feel motivated, but because I know how I feel more like myself afterward. This is not about perfection. It's about giving your nervous system repeated experiences of safety, rhythm, and regulation. So now let's talk about sunlight. Spending time outdoors like I am right now can improve overall health and wellness. And the CDC notes that outdoor time offers opportunities for physical activity and may support mental health and stress reduction. Sunlight also helps regulate circadian rhythm, which impacts sleep, and sleep impacts mood. A 2024 Harvard research showed that more time in bright light was associated with more regular sleep, and more regular sleep was associated with lower depression symptoms. Now, this does not mean that we ignore the sun's safety. We still need to be wise, use sunscreen when appropriate, avoid burns, and be mindful of the heat. Protect your skin. Talk with your provider if you have medical concerns, skin cancer risk, medications that increase sun sensitivity, or vitamin D deficiency. But sunlight matters. Morning light can be powerful. Even 10 minutes outside in the morning can feel different than sitting under artificial light. Your body was designed to interact with the rhythms of the day. Light in the morning, movement during the day, darkness and rest at night. We weren't designed to live under fluorescent lights and photo screens. Sometimes healing starts with something as simple as opening the door and stepping outside. I want to say this again because somebody needs permission. Walking counts. Walking is not less than. Walking is not the thing you do only if you cannot do a real workout. Walking is one of the most accessible forms of movement for many people. It supports the heart, it supports your mood, it supports circulation, it supports digestion, it supports blood sugar regulation and thinking. It gives your mind somewhere to put the stress. And walking can be adjusted to your season of life. A slow walk, a prayer walk, nature walk, treadmill walk, walk with a friend, walk with your dog, walk around the house, walk in a store. When the weather's bad, walk for 5 minutes after a meal. Walk while listening to music, a podcast, or nothing at all. There's something powerful about walking when life feels stuck, because every step says, I'm still moving forward. Even if emotionally you feel behind, even if mentally you feel overwhelmed, or if spiritually you feel tired, or physically you feel like you're starting over, a walk can become a declaration. I'm not quitting on myself today. Nature does something to us too. It slows us down. It reminds us that life is bigger than our inbox, our problems, our bills, our grief, our text messages, and our overthinking. Research has linked nature exposure with benefits in mental health, to cognitive function, physical activity, sleep, blood pressure, and stress-related outcomes. The American Psychological Association has also reported that exposure to nature is linked with improved attention, lower stress, better mood, and reduced risk of psychiatric disorders. That doesn't mean nature replaces therapy. It doesn't mean a walk in the woods fixes clinical depression, but nature can support therapy, can support healing. And there's something about trees, water, birds, wind, dirt, flowers, sunlight, and the open sky that reminds the body, you're not trapped. You're a part of something bigger, something living, and you're allowed to breathe. Nature doesn't rush us. A tree doesn't apologize for growing slowly, and a flower doesn't bloom every season. The ocean doesn't ask permission to be powerful, and the sunrise doesn't need applause just to show up again every morning. Maybe we need those reminders too for ourselves. Maybe part of healing is remembering that we are allowed to grow slowly too. When you don't feel motivated, let's be honest. When you're anxious, depressed, grieving, overwhelmed, burned out, or exhausted, movement may be the last thing you want to do. People may say, oh, just exercise. And it can feel dismissive because when you are barely functioning, just exercise can sound like one more thing that you're failing at. So let's make it smaller. Don't start with an hour. Start with 5 minutes. Don't start with punishment. Start with compassion for your body. Don't ask, what workout would fix me? Ask, what movement would support my body today? Some days support looks like the gym, and some days support looks like walking outside. Some days it looks like stretching on the floor or standing in the sunlight with your coffee. Some days it's doing one lap around the driveway and calling that a win. We're not building a life of all or nothing. We're building a life of always coming back. That's the difference. I have a gentle challenge for you this week. Pick one small movement practice and repeat it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Show up for yourself. Maybe it's 10 minutes outside in the morning, a walk after dinner, or 3 gym days stretching before bed, a Sunday nature walk with your kids, walking while you pray, taking your lunch break outside or parking farther away, putting your phone down and moving for one song. And when you do it, don't say, oh, I have to do this. Say, I get to care for myself today. It matters using that shift because the goal isn't to become obsessed. The goal is to become connected with yourself, to show up for yourself, to show up for your body. Connect to your breath, connect to the present moment, connect to God, the future, the version of you who is healing. Movement is not about proving your worth. You already have worth. Movement isn't about earning rest. You're allowed to rest. Movement is not about punishing your body. Your body has carried you through every single day you thought you could not survive. Movement is about partnership. It's about saying, body, I'm listening now. Mind, I'm supporting you now. Nervous system, you don't have to stay in survival mode forever. Hey, heart, we're still healing. We're healing. And I'm still here. So this week, move gently. Step outside. Let the light touch your face. Take the walk. Stretch out the tension. Breathe a little deeper. Let nature remind you that growth can be slow and still be beautiful. You don't have to move perfectly. You just have to begin. By the way, last week, I told myself, I'm going to go join the gym. It's been a long time. I don't like exercise. I like the way I feel after I do it, though. The gym that I joined has 22 steps to get in the front door. So even if I did nothing else but walk inside and leave, I at least did those steps, 22 up and 22 down across the parking lot and back. At least there's that. I told myself, I'll do 5 minutes. That's all I have to do. Because in the past, I used to think that I had to do an hour. I had to do cardio and lifting and everything else in between. This time I told myself, I'm starting with just lifting, arms, legs, that's it. Let's build a stronger foundation. I lost a lot of my strength after I spent a lot of time grieving. Grief can cause a lot of loss because we don't have the energy to do anything. And so I spent 3 years really doing nothing other than going to work and the basic necessities to live. And so 7 days ago, I stepped back in a gym and I told myself I'll go 3 days and reassess. I went day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Yesterday on day 6, I decided to take a rest day. Today, day 7, which is really day 6, I went back. And you know what? It's not about perfection for me. It's just about building the foundation of consistency of showing up and being someone who does what they say they will do. Following through with for myself. Being someone that I can trust to do what I say I'll do. I don't know how long I'll keep up the consistency, but I'll tell you this. Every night I'm already thinking, I can't wait to get back the next morning. So, it's been good for my mental health. It's been good being outside. I keep looking away because I'm trying to catch the sunset. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get it because it's behind the trees. I hope that this has been helpful for you today. I hope that you'll like, follow, share, comment what you're going to do for your body, your mental health moving forward. Thank you for listening today. Take what you need, leave what you don't, and keep living your life by design.